Strategic seating. How passenger demographics impact aircraft evacuation speed. While flying remains the safest mode of transportation, aviation safety is shifting its focus from mechanical reliability to human factors. A recent study suggests that how passengers are seated, specifically the distribution of elderly travelers, could be the deciding factor in whether an airline meets critical safety windows during an emergency. The 90-second standard versus reality. Currently, the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, mandates that a plane must be fully evacuated within 90 seconds. However, this benchmark is based on controlled simulations that often fail to account for the unpredictable chaos of a real-world emergency. Modern aircraft cabins present several logistical hurdles that traditional models may overlook: narrow aisles and limited seat pitch. Diverse passenger demographics, including those with reduced mobility, cognitive and physical factors that influence movement during high-stress events. As the global median age is projected to rise from 31 to 36 by 2050, the average passenger profile is changing. This demographic shift has already prompted legislative action, such as the Emergency Vacating of Aircraft Cabin (EVAC) Act introduced in late 2022, which seeks to update regulations to reflect these more realistic cabin conditions. The science of the simulation researchers at the University of Calgary, led by neuroscientist Chenyang Luca Zhang, conducted simulations to test how different passenger compositions affect evacuation times. They used an Airbus A320 model to simulate a high-stakes scenario, a double-engine fire. In such an event, overwing exits often become unusable, forcing all passengers to funnel through the primary front and rear doors. The researchers tested 27 different scenarios involving up to 180 passengers, varying their ages, under or over 60, and their seating positions. Key findings from the research: the fastest evacuation. The quickest time recorded was 141 seconds. This occurred when the number of elderly passengers was at its lowest, 20%, and those passengers were seated strategically near exits. The slowest evacuation. The longest time recorded was 218.5 seconds. This happened when there was a high proportion of elderly passengers, even when they were positioned near exits. By understanding how passenger distribution affects evacuation, airlines could potentially implement more strategic seating arrangements to optimize safety without compromising operational efficiency, says Zhang. Why distribution matters. The study highlights a critical nuance. It is not just the number of elderly passengers that slows down an evacuation, but their placement. When elderly passengers are clustered or placed in positions that create bottlenecks, the entire flow of the cabin is compromised. By distributing passengers with limited mobility more evenly and placing them near exits, airlines may be able to minimize the ripple effect of delays during a crisis. This approach moves away from simple seat assignments toward a proactive risk mitigation strategy. Conclusion: as the global population ages, aviation safety must evolve beyond mechanical engineering to include sophisticated human factor logistics. Strategic passenger distribution offers a data-driven way for airlines to improve survival odds during critical emergencies.